بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله رب العالمين وصلى الله وسلم على سيدنا محمد وعلى آله وصحبه. Today we're going to talk about being successful. Specifically, how can we prepare our children for success? If we don't have children, how can we prepare our youngsters for success? If you don't have youngsters, how can you prepare yourself for success? The first and foremost of being successful is number one, to work on what is known as the self-esteem. Self-esteem is so sensitive that has to be protected all the time. Self-esteem falls between self-image and self-ideal. The way we see ourselves as people, we see as three selves. This is the concept of self. There is a self-image, self-esteem, and self-ideal. What's the difference between the three? Self-image is how we see ourselves. How do you see yourself in respect of being able to do or being unable to do? We all have those statements that we say to ourselves, I can do and I cannot do. I believe I can do and I believe I cannot do. That is the image. It is how you see yourself when you close your eyes and visualizing yourself about to perform and act. Can you do it or can you not do it? So it has to do with ability to perform. You can or you can't. So it has to do with your capacity. It has to do with your expertise. It has to do with your skills. Whatever you say you can, you can. Whatever you say you can't or you cannot, then you cannot. That is the first stage. That is the first thing that we see, the self-image. The second is about self-ideal. Let's talk about the self-ideal. Self-ideal is what you are meant to be, who you are meant to be. We are endowed with plenty of talent. A lot of it is untapped. A lot of it is unutilized. A lot of it is undiscovered. The capacity that you have, the potential that you have is actually beyond your comprehension. The self-ideal is how you are designed to perform. So imagine like a car, a fast speed car. It was meant to drive fast, but people are driving it on first gear and second gear. It makes a lot of noise and it moves very slow. That is how a lot of people are doing. What they believe they can do is not what they have the potential to do. So the self-ideal is when the perfect you and the perfect circumstances, how would you perform? When all barriers, all self-limiting beliefs are removed, what do you think you can achieve? Who do you think you can be? That is the self-ideal. The self-esteem then is the way you go about in performing your activities and duties. Is the way you go about in doing things. So it has to do with the performance. When you perform, are you happy with yourself or are you unhappy with yourself? Are you happy with what you think you are able to do and what you're doing? Or are you unhappy? Most of the time people know they are performing below their capacity. They are performing below their best. They are just performing at an average. They are just performing at an average. And performing at an average, a lot of people lose. So my suggestion is this, my dear friend. Go and measure the three levels. What are the statements that you say to yourself that you say you can or you can't do? Where have you set the barrier? Where have you set the bar? Where have you set the standard? And my suggestion, the minimum standard you set is the maximum achievement you get. The minimum standard you set is the maximum achievement you will get. And the minimum standard you set for yourself is the maximum achievement you can get. Go for higher purposes. Go for bigger goals. Have bigger dreams and activate the inner talent that you have within you. Perfect that talent into skills and you shall be successful. Assalamu alaikum.